estate license, or you're getting all these things in the mail because you signed up to take your real estate exam. The unfortunate part is, who are these people? And like this one says, 200% money back guarantee. How do you have a 200% money back guarantee? I guess it's because they're saying that if you pay them $69 and you don't pass, they'll pay you $138. So that would actually be a good thing to do, is go take their class and pay them. And if you don't pass, double your money back. I think that's kind of cool. But who are they? Because they also say that, they'll work directly with you. So that's that one. But who are they? I don't even know who they are. This one's a really popular guy. I don't want to really make sure you see it. But his says it only costs $150 and it's one day. Let me explain something to you guys. If you're trying to get your California real estate exam and you're trying to pass it, it's not going to be a one-day class. So if it's a one-day class and it's really inexpensive, you're probably going to, I'm not even going to say probably, you're not going to learn what it takes to get past the California real estate exam. So these are just a few of the ones that one of my friends is getting. All these mailers about pass in one day, take this class for one day, we're the number one people. Who says they're number one? I mean, maybe their students say they're number one, but how many of their students said they're number one and how many of their students didn't pass the first time? So that's this one. There was one that I read that was really interesting that said, oh, it's a movie. Go watch an animated movie. And if you watch this animated movie, you'll pass not just the California real estate exam, but your broker's exam. And then this one, it says, I like this one the best because it says pass guarantee or it's free. The next one, it's $39. So you might want to go take it for $39, but I don't know how much time you want to spend. What you have to understand is all these that say that they're really cheap, they have a bunch of other study material that you have to study on your own. So do you want to study on your own, spend no money, and possibly not pass? Or do you want to, invest in yourself and take our class? Because if you invest in yourself and you take our class has a minimum of 16 hours. We're with you all day Saturday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. And then it's Sunday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then if you take our class during the week, it's 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So, and we still don't, I can still add more if I wanted to, but what we have, our students are passing and probably with about an 87% or more. Because what I do is not only do I teach you all the stuff that you need to know for your real estate exam, but I teach you all the terms so you understand them. So if any question is thrown at you, you're able to actually answer them, because what happens on the real estate exam, and especially on the mortgage exam, is what they have is they have scenarios. So you have to understand the scenarios. You can't just read question after question and memorize them, because like this one says, we'll give you 1,500 questions to study. Well, most likely the 1,500 questions that all these places say that they'll give you to study are the original 1,500 questions that the Department of Real Estate had back in the day when there was only 1,500 questions to choose from. Because now there's over 9,000 questions that can be put on your exam. So you have to understand everything about the test. So what I do in our class is I go through the material, I stop after about 6 to 8 pages, and I go through questions and answers that pertain to that material. And then what I do is I give you scenarios from real life real estate transactions that I've done. And what's really weird is my real estate transactions from what I've done are actually on the California real estate exam. For instance, I'll give you an example. So encumbrance or easement, encumbered by an easement. So basically what happened was I had a deal in Escondido and I did a listing, and as we're walking through the home, because I always walk through the home and talk to the clients about their home, and I said to him, you have a really lovely home, and we walked through the whole home and we walked in the backyard, and when we got to the side yard, there was this area that was huge. And I said to him, I go, how come you don't have like a swimming pool with a rock waterfalls and a diving board or whatever else you could put there, or even a soccer field, a baseball diamond, whatever you want to put there? He looked at me and said, Sharon, I'm encumbered by an easement. And I said, really? You're encumbered by an easement? What kind of easement? And he said, well, I have a water company easement. And I said, really? And I said, every home has usually utility easements, water company, gas company, electric company. He goes, Sharon, you don't understand. And I said, tell me more. And he said, well, The builder had to make all the lots in this community big. So the last home that he wanted to make, because otherwise he couldn't make the home, the buyer had to agree to the easement from the water company. And I said, what's this easement that you keep talking about? He goes, well, if I dig down 1 foot, the whole side of my yard has a big, huge water tank. So I'm encumbered by an easement. Most water company easements do not have a big, huge water tank. So when I tell that story, that my Escondido starts with an E, it's encumbered, starts with an E, by an easement, starts with an E. Escondido encumbered by an easement. And my students call me after they take the exam and they're like, Sharon, your house in Escondido was on the exam. And I'm like, no kidding. Every deal I talk about is on the exam. And by the time you're done with my class, if they give you any scenario out of the 9,000 questions, you're going to be able to pass the exam. Not just studying over and over and memorizing 1,500 exam questions, because you may not get those, and then you'll fail dramatically. We give test tips because my dad taught me how to pass any exam with a 78% or higher. So if you really, really want to pass the real estate exam, you got to take our class. And it starts Saturday, this Saturday. We don't do it every weekend, but it is this Saturday, and we allow you to take the class up to 3 times. So you could take the test now. So if you're still taking your classes and you're like, should I take it? Not, because we don't do it all the time. You can take our class, and then it's going to help you with your exams for your classes. And then you can take our class again once you schedule your real estate exam. So you can do it up to 3 times at no extra charge. So we're here for you. We actually answer our phones. We have friendly people that talk to you, and we'll get you past the California real estate exam. So what else can I say except for call us now? Have an amazing day. Hope to see you in our weekend class. And if you also want to pass your mortgage loan originator test, we're going to be doing that class coming up in a couple weeks, but we're in the middle of it right now. And if you're interested in becoming a mortgage loan originator, contact us and we'll tell you when we're having the classes and help you with the study material that you need to study in order to pass the national MLO exam. Let us know if we can help you. See you soon.